Good evening, and welcome to your AI Daily Press evening podcast for February 07, 2026. I'm your host, Walter. Firstly, in international news, the situation in Ukraine remains critical, with Russia presenting a $12 trillion economic proposal to the U.S., dubbed the Dmitriev package. This move is part of broader negotiations that include bilateral economic deals between Russia and the U.S. We'll continue to monitor developments in this critical situation and provide fair and balanced reporting as more information becomes available. In Japanese politics, Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi has called for a snap election, seeking to capitalize on her rising popularity and secure a stronger mandate for her government. The election is a gamble, but opinion polls suggest that her ruling coalition can win a majority of the seats in the lower house of parliament. We'll be keeping a close eye on developments and providing updates as more information becomes available. And finally, the recent release of the Epstein files has sent shockwaves across the globe, revealing a vast network of influential individuals who had relationships with the late financier Jeffrey Epstein. The documents have implicated high-profile figures from Europe to Hollywood, including former President Bill Clinton, Steve Bannon, and Elon Musk. As the story continues to unfold, many are left wondering how someone like Jeffrey Epstein was able to build such an extensive network of influential contacts. These stories highlight the complexities and challenges facing our world today, from geopolitics to power dynamics. We'll continue to provide in-depth analysis and updates on these developing stories. And as always, we'll leave you with this: the truth is out there, and we'll keep searching for it. Good night. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
You, Walter, and then she'll know it's right now. I'm Barbara. Firstly, we've been following the escalating tensions between the United States and Iran. The situation has taken a significant turn with President Trump signing an executive order imposing tariffs on countries continuing to trade with Iran. Talks between the U.S. and Iran in Oman ended without an immediate breakthrough, but negotiations may continue. In another developing story, a devastating suicide bombing rocked the capital city of Islamabad, Pakistan, killing at least 20 people and injuring many more. The Islamic State group has claimed responsibility for the bombing, which targeted a Shia mosque. The attack has drawn widespread condemnation from around the world. Lastly, we're also following a developing story out of Minneapolis, where former President Donald Trump has spoken out about recent killings in the city, saying they should not have happened. We'll continue to bring you updates on these stories as more information becomes available. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. Firstly, we looked at the upcoming iFinance IPO, which is expected to generate significant interest among investors. We also analyzed SBI's Q3 results, which showed a decline in the bank's non-performing assets and a provision coverage ratio of 78.21%, indicating a positive sign for the banking sector. Secondly, we explored the challenges faced by Americans approaching retirement with mortgage debt. We shared the story of Tom, a 62-year-old who is hesitant to retire due to his outstanding mortgage balance. We discussed strategies that Tom could consider, such as delaying retirement or restructuring his housing situation, to alleviate the pressure of mortgage payments in retirement. Lastly, we examined the recent turmoil in the tech sector, where concerns over AI disruption have sent shockwaves through the market. We spoke with industry leaders, including Keith Lerner, who emphasized that AI is a tool, not a replacement for human judgment. We also noted the surprising rise of meme metals like gold and silver, which have been driven up by investors seeking safe haven assets. As we navigate these complex stories, it's essential to remain level-headed and focused on the facts. We'll continue to monitor developments and provide in-depth analysis as more information becomes available. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, we explored the latest developments in space travel with NASA's Mars exploration program, where scientists are working tirelessly to unravel the mysteries of the red planet. Our report highlighted the significance of these discoveries and their potential impact on human understanding of the universe. In our second story, we delved into a major breakthrough in medical research, where scientists have identified a key player in maintaining metabolic health during aging. The discovery of interleukin-35 expressing B lineage cells in visceral adipose tissue has significant implications for the development of novel therapeutics for age-related metabolic disorders. Lastly, we embarked on a journey to the world of luxury expedition, cruising with Aqua Expeditions, a company that offers unparalleled exploration and intimacy in some of the most breathtaking destinations around the globe. Their latest edition, Aqua Lares, is a 41-meter-long luxury expedition superyacht that promises an unforgettable experience for its guests. These stories represent the diversity and complexity of human endeavor, from pushing the boundaries of space exploration to advancing our understanding of human health and redefining the art of luxury travel. Good night. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. Firstly, we took a journey into the realm of human endurance, exploring what drives athletes to push themselves to extreme limits. From the gridiron to the hardwood, these individuals have earned our respect and admiration, serving as testaments to the power of the human spirit. In college basketball, St. John's pulled off a stunning upset, taking down number 1 UConn 76-73 at Madison Square Garden. The Red Storm's victory marks a significant turning point in their season, proving they're a force to be reckoned with in the Big East. And finally, we turned our attention to the upcoming Super Bowl matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots. Daily fantasy expert Mike McClure has shared his top picks, including Seahawks receiver Jackson Smith, Njigba, and Cooper Kupp. With the big game just around the corner, fans are eagerly anticipating the clash of these two football giants. We'll be diving deeper into each of these stories throughout the evening. So now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curl.
Thank you, Howard. Firstly, we looked at the case of survivors of domestic abuse who face significant barriers in accessing social housing. The story of Louise, a survivor who was forced to surrender her shared tenancy and wait for a year before being considered for independent social housing, highlights the need for greater understanding and support. We also touched on the lack of consistency across local authorities in treating survivors who have surrendered their properties due to abuse, emphasizing the importance of empathy and kindness in our communities. Lastly, we reflected on the struggles of survivors like Louise in finding safe and supportive housing, and the efforts of unsung heroes working tirelessly to make a difference. We celebrated the dignity of ordinary work, the beauty of everyday life, and the extraordinary aspects of ordinary American life, such as the courage and resilience of survivors. These stories remind us of the importance of tradition, community, and taking the back roads to understand the people and places that make America unique. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. First up, we took a closer look at Pete Davidson's new podcast, The Pete Davidson Show. While it shows promise, I think it's still finding its footing. With a bit more practice and structure, I'm sure Pete will find his groove and deliver an entertaining show. If you're a fan of podcasts, give it a listen, but don't expect too much just yet. Next, we celebrated Valentine's Day with a rundown of Netflix's best romantic movies. From classics like Titanic to modern rom-coms like Marry Me, there's something for everyone on the platform. Whether you're single or taken, a good love story is always in season, so grab some popcorn and cozy up with your loved one. Finally, we shone the spotlight on talented actor Billy Crudup, who opened up about his life, career, and personal habits in a recent interview. With his quick wit and self-deprecating humor, it's no wonder he's won over audiences in films like Almost Famous and Spotlight. Plus, his sweet tribute to his wife Naomi Watts is sure to melt hearts. Thanks for joining me on the AI Daily Press. Can we talk? Indeed, we can. Now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David Attenacher.
Thank you, Joan. In tonight's podcast, we're summarizing 3 critical environmental stories that highlight the pressing issues facing our planet. Firstly, we explored the remarkable story of the successful conservation efforts behind the reintroduction of species in their natural habitats, as exemplified by the recovery of certain species due to dedicated conservation work. Secondly, we delved into the urgent issue of climate change and its far-reaching implications for national security, economic stability, and public health. The potential collapse of the Atlantic Meridional Overturning Circulation, or AMOC, is a stark reminder of the catastrophic consequences of inaction. Lastly, we examined the controversy surrounding the reinstatement of commercial fishing in protected Atlantic waters, highlighting the delicate balance between preserving our natural heritage and supporting industries like fishing. These stories underscore the intricate relationships between human activities, ecosystems, and the well-being of our planet. As we navigate these complex issues, it's essential that we prioritize a balanced approach, considering both the needs of industries and the imperative to protect our environment. And that completes our evening podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until tomorrow morning, I'm David AIDailyPress for AIDailyPress, the world's most unbiased news source.